Hello, my name is Dr. Matthew Potter and I'm curator of the Limerick Museum. Here in the Limerick Museum we have one of the largest, most comprehensive collections of Limerick lace in existence. So what is Limerick lace? Well, Limerick lace was established in 1829 by an English entrepreneur called Charles Walker. He established a lace factory in Limerick and between 1829 and the end of the 1860s several lace factories flourished in Limerick City, creating the largest lace industry in Ireland, not only at that time, but in the entire history of the country. During this time, at least 1,850 women and girls were employed making Limerick lace in several factories in the city. Then, from the 1860s onwards, a decline set in, caused by an influx of imported machine-made lace from Nottingham. The numbers employed in Limerick lace dropped drastically, down to 300 by 1891. Limerick lace was saved from irreversible decline by Florence O'Brien, an English philanthropist married into the O'Brien family of Dromolin Castle. She came to Limerick in 1883 and began a campaign to revive the flagging Limerick lace industry. She established a lace school in 1889, which continues in 1922, and which provided training for a new generation of Limerick lace makers. She also employed lace makers working in their own homes to produce wonderful pieces of lace according to designs that she herself provided them with. During the second period of prosperity, Limerick lace enjoyed renewed popularity and continued to be one of the world's most important laces until 1914, when a worldwide decline in Limerick lace, along with other laces, occurred. So what is Limerick lace? Well, Limerick lace is what we call a hybrid lace, partially machine-made, partially handmade. Before the Industrial Revolution, all lace was handmade. Then from about 1809 to 1846, the net upon which the lace embroidery was done was machine-made, but the embroidery itself was handmade. Limerick lace fits into this category, where the net is machine-made and the embroidery work on the net is handmade. From about 1846 onwards, it was possible for the entire piece of lace to be made by machine. So this is why we call Limerick lace a hybrid lace. Throughout history, lace has been worn by the rich, but made by the poor. Limerick lace was no exception. The vast majority of the workforce were female, and in the 1830s and 40s, most of them were children under the age of 15. Conditions were harsh, but then they were harsh in all industrial enterprises at the time. Despite the harsh conditions, the girls and women who worked in Limerick lace played a vital role in supporting their families and in creating wonderful pieces of lace which are still prized to the present day. Marketing Limerick lace was a very important part of the industry, and both the factory owners of the mid-19th century and Florence O'Brien at the end of the 19th, beginning of the 20th centuries were very aware of the importance of marketing. Queen Victoria was a major patron of Limerick lace throughout her long reign and wore it on several occasions, including on the occasion of her first visit to Ireland in 1849. Other famous women to wear Limerick lace included American First Lady Edith Roosevelt and Irish revolutionary Countess Markievicz. Although Limerick lace has not been made commercially since the 1980s, it continues to be made by voluntary groups in Limerick City and its environs. So it still flourishes to the present. Here at Limerick Museum, we have one of the finest and most comprehensive collections of Limerick lace in existence. This was gathered over the years by curators Larry Walsh and Brian Hodkinson. However, in 2019, it was greatly augmented when Veronica Rowe, granddaughter of Florence Weir O'Brien, gave Limerick Museum her grandmother's magnificent collection of lace to Limerick Museum on long-term loan. Also in 2019, Limerick lace was added to the National Inventory of Intangible Heritage. In 2020, Limerick Museum added to its collection an iconic Limerick lace shawl belonging to Kitty Kiernan, fiancée of Irish revolutionary Michael Collins. The 100-year-old antique shawl is in itself a most stunning piece, which measures 109 centimetres by 98 centimetres and features intricate and beautiful floral designs. However, what makes it iconic is that it was a gift to Kitty from her husband, Major General Felix Cronin. It comes with a handwritten note which reads, "I purchased this piece of Irish lace 942 in Limerick. It was stated to be from a Mrs. O'Brien House, who was a lace maker and teacher of lace making in County Limerick about 60 years ago. I purchased the lace shawl for my wife at a cost of £2, signed Felix Cronin." And the reverse side of the note says, "Purchased Mr. Bennett's shop at Dare, County Limerick, Old Creamery Road, June 1942. This acquisition is a wonderful addition to the museum's fantastic collection of Limerick lace. The love story of Michael Collins and Kitty Kiernan is one of the most famous and tragic in Irish history. It is fascinating that there was this previous unknown connection between Kitty and one of Limerick's most iconic industries. Here at Limerick Museum, we are overjoyed to have acquired this beautiful lace shawl, especially as it was made in the Limerick Lace Making School, established in Limerick by philanthropist and lace designer Florence Weir O'Brien. It is on display in Limerick Museum, which is open Monday to Friday from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock.